after 3 years?
Blessed, happy with the organization, just to give me another opportunity, just to come here to Double A for the third year on the road, and I mean it's a new year, and we're gonna try to have the same challenge and the same goal for the players, and feel like a home again. Happy to be back to Somerset.
I remember when we talked to you your first day 2 years ago, you said you had some nerves and you were just kind of learning on the fly as you went and leaning on a lot of your staff. How much do you think you've grown as a manager and a guy that develops young players from 2 years ago to where you are now?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, this is what baseball is about. Like every year you get experience, every game you learn something, and this is my third year and I feel like I'm more prepared. Even having new coaching staff, new players, I feel like I was prepared. I prepared myself better in spring training, and even before I get to spring training when I was at home, try to put some stuff together in the computer just to be creative and be prepared, just to keep helping those guys to push it.
You mentioned having the new coaching staff, completely new staff for you in your third year. How big of an adjustment is that for you to kind of learn some of these new guys on your staff?
Yeah, it's a big challenge for me. Now, that was something that they told me in spring training. Like, hey, make sure just those guys, just try to help those guys, just to keep following the Yankees philosophy, everything that we do here. But when I started meeting those guys in spring training, I mean, it's been really, really easy to meet those guys. Like hitting coach, the pitching coach, Uciel, the infield coach, like all of them. We have one meeting as a staff over there, and just to go over my expectation, like how important it is for me to have a communication between us. And I mean, I'm so happy with the group that I have. I'm excited to have this group for the next 5 months.
Right, new faces on this roster, some old faces on this roster as well. When you look at the group you have to start the season, who gets you excited?
I would like to see. I would like to say Martin, the outfield, because I saw him in spring training, just playing really, really well, and I know he got a really good year in Hudson Valley, and also happy to have Jesus Rodriguez back in Somerset. You know, he was hurt almost for 2 months here in Somerset, and it was so good to see him in spring training, healthy, doing what he can do on the field, and excited to see him here healthy to start the season.
With your pitching staff, have you settled on a rotation? Like, who do you have going the first few games?
I got Slater the first day for sure, Barkley, and Seller for the third day. That's what I know so far. Those 3 guys in Hartford.
Okay. What are your thoughts on your new hitting coach?
I know he played here in the Pendable, and he knows this place so much. He was so excited to come here. Those conversations, the meeting that we have there, like kind of like we getting on the same page. And that was something that we were trying to share information. And since like he's been with the Yankee for so many years, it was so easy just to talk to him. He was asking me a lot of questions, like how you guys doing this, and he got some good ideas. And I'm excited just to have him as a hitting coach here in Somerset.
Okay. And after having Spencer Jones for an entire season Double A last year, where do you expect to really see him take a jump this season?
Yes, just like we always expect him just to make that click. And I know he was working hard in spring training when he was in the big league side, then coming down in the minor league side with Mike, the hitting coach, and the other coordinators. And I mean, I can't wait to see him playing the games. My goal is just trying to send him to Scranton as soon as possible.
Cam, going for you on Friday, he's a guy that you got to see for a little bit at the end of last year, pitched very well here. Just what did you see from him last year, and kind of what are you expecting from him right out of the gate coming out?
I see an animal on the mound. Just the same guy that I saw him here. He's the same guy that I see across the street when he was pitching with the big league teams, and when he went down to the minor league. And I mean, I expect him to stay healthy. That way he can keep moving up. And I mean, I know he got the velo, and I know he can go long in the game. He can throw 5-6 innings, and I mean, that's one of the pitchers that I'm excited to see him.
As a manager now, your first 2 years, I mean, the name of the game is developing players. How fulfilling is it for you when you kind of turn on the TV on opening day and you have all these homegrown guys that even opening day here last year, Ben Rice and guys like that are here? Just how fulfilling is it for as a guy who kind of who's touched their development. How fulfilling is that for you to see so
Nah,
many guys
it's-
impacting the big league team?
Yeah, it's feel like I feel so proud just to be part of their development in the minor league, and I'll be talking a lot to the group, the youngest players that I have here. Like, just put those guys as example. Like 2 years ago, there were 4 guys that started the season here in Somerset. They ended the season in AA. Last year we got Ben Rice, and I know for sure it's gonna be some guys that they're gonna start the season here in Somerset. They're gonna end the season in the big league, and that was the first thing that I told those guys back in Tampa on the breakout meeting. Like, now everybody know where you guys gonna start. You know you're gonna start in Somerset, but nobody knows when you're gonna end the season. So stay with your goals, stay with your objectives, keep working the same thing that you did here in spring training, the same thing that you got to do in Somerset, and at the end of the year, they see how many players can go to New York.
A lot of people like to pay attention when they're talking about guys going to the big leagues, the top prospects, Spencer Jones and Flores, but is it important to also kind of pass that message on to maybe the under-the-radar guys when you see a guy like J.C. Escara last year who wasn't playing very much and got playing time, and now he's in the big leagues? I think it's important for kind of the guys that don't get hyped up to kind of get that message as well?
Yeah, over here help me a lot as a manager when I talk to the players that they don't play much, and I use Mickey Gasper, I use Wagaman, I use JC Escar as example, and I always go over like JC only played twice a week last year, but he was working so hard, and the opportunity came up. He played third, he played left, he played third base. He went to Scranton, played almost 2 weeks on the road, and you play 1 or 2 games, you just got to keep working because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen because, I mean, that's baseball. You respect baseball, you work hard, the doors are going to be open for you. And I use those guys a lot, especially just to give example for the young guys.
There was a lot of talk over the weekend about the new bats the Yankees are using. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on that, and how much has that kind of trickled around their minor leagues now?
Just like everything. I was talking to my brothers. We have a chat group, and they were asking me the same question. And I told them, you remember in the past, like, you know, those bats at the end, they didn't have that hole. All the bats that were the same. Now they put a hole. Now where they get a grip, like, is different. Now they're working on the barrels. Like, bats are different. And I remember last year I saw one of the players here using that bat, and that was Jared Werner. So that's something the you know, mechanics, analytics, all those guys, they're working on it and try to help those players just to be successful there. And I mean, it's impressive just to see the results early in the season in the big league.
But is that something that, like, that kind of bat is being used more in your clubhouse this year than last year?
Here in Somerset?
Yeah, in Somerset.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking in there. I think it's going to be more players using that bat here. I don't know who, but I see some bats during BP, and they were using it. Like, yeah, I'm going to try to see what happened. But, I mean, I hope those guys keep using those bats here. I mean, after see what they're doing in the big league.
Yeah.
Having a number or a cap for Cam on Friday about how deep he's going to go?
No, not yet, because, you know, they post the roster on Saturday after the inter-squad game. Then I meet with them together. The next day, I want to start driving here. I got here yesterday, and I didn't have the time to have the conversation with Pete Larson, the pitching coach. But maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, that's when I'm going to start getting all those information about the pitchers.